Psychology and sports. In this chapter, we are going to study about understanding stress, coping strategies, personality, motivation, self-esteem and body image, psychological benefits of exercise and aggression in sports. Competitions in the field of games and sports have become tough today. Coaches and trainers are putting in their best to enhance the performance of sportspersons. Sports psychology plays a great role in improving any sportsperson's performance. So, knowledge of psychology is essential for the people engaged in the field of sports. Let us learn about psychology and its relation with sports in this chapter. Understanding stress. Stress has existed throughout human evolution. Every person experiences stress at work or in day-to-day life. For sportspersons, stress may be more relative to a common man. It may be defined as a state of affair involving demand on physical or mental energy. Put simply, stress is a condition that can disturb the normal physical and mental health of a person. There are two types of stress, physical and cognitive. Physical stresses like hunger, noise, extremes of temperatures, etc. are easier to cope with. Cognitive stresses like divorce, losses, social disapproval, etc. are relatively harder to overcome. It prepares the body to take defensive action in the situation of stress. It does so by releasing stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. There are a number of stress management techniques like change in lifestyle, relaxation techniques, laughter, etc. Developing hobbies like gardening, swimming, listening to music, etc. are significant for reducing stress. Try to stay cool and confident in stressful situations. Remaining in such a state can be helpful in reducing stress. Let us know about coping strategies. Coping refers to the thoughts and actions that we use to deal with a threatening situation. Psychological mechanisms of coping are commonly known as coping strategies or coping skills. Coping strategies can be classified into two parts, which are 1. Problem-focused coping strategies and 2. Emotion-focused coping strategies. Let us learn about both of these. Focused coping strategies. These strategies deal with the root causes of stress. They are aimed at changing or eliminating the authentic source of stress. Problem-focused coping strategies are: try to know your limits and learn to accept the reality. If a stressful situation is beyond your control, don't fight with the situation uselessly. Reset your goals realistically if you are not able to achieve them. A sportsperson facing a stressful situation should try to build his self-confidence. Focused coping strategies. These strategies try to reduce the negative emotional responses linked with stress, like embarrassment, fear, anxiety, etc. This approach tries to improve the way you feel about stress without actually tackling the problem. Emotion-focused coping strategies are: venting emotions is a good way to reduce or manage a stressful situation. Many sportspersons choose to mentally disengage from stressful situation by oversleeping, daydreaming, etc. Some sportspersons try to reduce the intensity of negative emotions by praying for guidance and strength. Crying is also a good technique to alleviate stressful situation during sports competitions. Test yourself. A state of affair involving demand on physical or mental energy is known as. The options are A. Aggression, B. Stress, C. Motivation, D. Self-esteem. Stress is a condition that can disturb the normal physical and mental health of a person. There are two types of stress, physical and cognitive. Physical stresses like hunger, noise, extremes of temperatures, etc. are easier to cope with. Cognitive stresses like divorce, losses, social disapproval, etc. are relatively harder to overcome. Now, we'll discuss about personality. Personality can be defined as the organized set of characteristics possessed by a person that influences his or her emotions, motivations, and behavior in different situations. It also refers to the patterns of thought, feeling, social adjustment, self-perception, attitude, and values. The personality of a person has various dimensions or aspects. These dimensions are mutually integrated with each other very closely, but operate in their own space. Major dimensions of personality are physical dimension, mental dimension, social dimension, and emotional dimension. H. Sheldon classified physical personality into the following types. 1. Endomorph. These people have rounded physique and have short arms and legs. They have thick bones and muscles. 2. Mesomorph. They are muscular, have an athletic physique and balanced body composition. 3. Ectomorph. They are referred as slim people because their muscles and limbs are elongated. The basis of sociability character, C.G. Jung has classified personality types into 1. Introverts. These people are shy and have a tendency to talk less. They seem to be self-centered and don't adjust easily in social situations. 2. Extroverts. They are friendly, outgoing, talkative, and social in nature. They are not affected easily by difficulties and troubles. 3. Ambiverts. There are only a few persons who can be pure introverts or extroverts. Most of the people possess qualities of both introverts and extroverts. Motivation. Human behavior is controlled, directed, and modified through certain motives. Motivation means to be inspired to do something. It is one of the main psychological factors that affects performance. Motivation is present in every function of life. Even eating and drinking are motivated by hunger and thirst respectively. Motivation can be defined as any action that might energize and direct our actions. Motivation is the inner condition of an individual that directs its behavior towards a goal. It is the force that incites individuals to perform some activities. There are two types of motivation. 1. Intrinsic motivation and 2. Extrinsic motivation. Let us learn about both of them separately. Intrinsic motivation. Motivation is intrinsic when the force comes from within oneself. It occurs when people are compelled to do something out of pleasure or desire. Extrinsic motivation. Motivation is extrinsic when external factors compel the person to do something. Reward, punishment, praise, blame, etc. are examples of extrinsic motivation. Now, let us know about the various techniques of motivation. Goal setting is important because if you do not set the goal, you may not achieve apex positions in your life. Good arrangements in a competition play a significant role in motivation. Number of spectators has a positive effect on the players. Healthy sports environment play a vital role in motivating the sportspersons. Praise or blame both are effective factors of motivation if given at a proper time. Cash prizes, certificates, and trophies also help in motivating an individual. Coaches should try to encourage positive attitude among sportspersons for proper motivation. Motivation can also be enhanced by positive self-talk. Esteem and body image. Self-esteem is the reflection of how you value and respect yourself as a person. It impacts how you treat yourself physically, emotionally, and spiritually. The image is how and what you think and feel about your body. It is both the mental picture that you have of your body and how you perceive yourself when you look at the mirror. Body image and self-esteem influence each other. Two types of body image. They are 1. Positive body image and 2. Negative body image. We'll discuss about both of these separately. Positive body image. Those who accept the way they look and feel good about their bodies have a positive or healthy body image. These people feel comfortable and confident in terms of their body image. Negative body image. It means being unhappy with the way you look. It is usually linked with the desire to change the body shape, size, height, weight, etc. These people usually see themselves or their body parts either larger or smaller or different from what they really are. There are several factors that influence self-esteem and body image. Some teenagers struggle with their self-esteem and body image during puberty, as the body undergoes a number of changes during that time. The family, school and society can influence our self-esteem and body image. Experiences in life and aging are significant factors that influence self-esteem and body image. We develop different feelings about our body as we grow older. Know about some points to improve self-esteem and body image. A positive and optimistic attitude can help people improve self-esteem and body image. One can change his or her lifestyle, such as adopting a specific diet, to improve self-esteem and body image. People have choice of plastic surgery to change the body parts that they don't like. Professional help from a therapist can also be helpful in some cases. Benefits of exercise. There are several psychological benefits of exercise, but usually they are overlooked. Regular physical exercise enhances mental as well as emotional fitness and wellness. It makes most of the individuals feel good and their mood seems to be elevated. Regular physical exercise can greatly reduce depression. Exercise also reduces or lowers anxiety. The feeling of worry also seems to diminish due to the release of endorphins during exercise. Exercise contributes in the enhancement of your self-esteem. Our brain becomes more active during exercise because of the improved circulation of blood. The greatest psychological feeling of exercise is to have an overall great feeling. Let us learn about aggression in sports. Aggression refers to a range of behaviors that can range from physical and psychological harm to oneself, others, or objects in the environment. Situational and personal factors play a vital role in causing a person to behave aggressively. People view aggression as a negative psychological characteristic. But some sports psychologists are of the view that aggression can enhance sports performance. Aggression is defined as any form of behavior directed towards the goal of harming or injuring another living being who is motivated to avoid such treatment. Aggression in sports can be of three types. They are hostile aggression, instrumental aggression, and assertive behavior. Let us aggression. It is referred to inflicting harm on other person, whether physically or psychologically. It is sometimes referred as reactive aggression and can be accompanied by anger. The intention of hostile aggression is to cause pain and suffering. Mental aggression. It is the display of aggressive behavior in pursuit of a non-aggressive goal. It is also known as channelized aggression and is not accompanied by anger. Instrumental aggression. It is the display of aggressive behavior in pursuit of a non-aggressive goal. It is also known as channelized aggression and is not accompanied by anger. Assertive behavior. This type of behavior involves Instrumental assertive behavior. This type of behavior assertive behavior. This type of behavior example, in cricket to cause psychological discomfort for the batsman. Test yourself. The psychological factor that inspires an individual to do something is known as. The options are A. Depression, B. Worry, C. Motivation, D. Aggression. Explanation. Motivation can be defined as any action that might energize and direct our actions. Human behavior is controlled, directed, and modified through certain motives. It is one of the main psychological factors that affects performance. Even eating and drinking are motivated by hunger and thirst respectively. Summarize the chapter. Stress is a condition that can disturb the normal physical and mental health of a person. Personality is the reflection of how you value and respect yourself as a person. Body image is both the mental picture that you have of your body and how you perceive yourself when you look at the mirror. Aggression refers to a range of behaviors that can range from physical and psychological harm to oneself, others, or objects in the environment.